A huge update is coming for the holidays using the new public test realm, and the list of fixes is looking very long, and you can take part in testing it yourself and win some plushies and codes. Hello survivors, there's a lot of stuff coming in the last few weeks of the year, not only including Turkey Trial, Winter Wonderland, Cryopods and Survival of the Fittest, but a huge update is on its way with some pretty big bug fixes and hopefully some further optimization improvements too. As always, if you don't want to miss out on the latest, make sure to subscribe. We're closing in on 25,000. It's insane. I have so much appreciation for you all. So a few weeks back, I mentioned about Wildcard's plans to run a public test realm branch intended to test some of their bigger updates for public players to join and test it before the patches go live. Well, it's now started and the list of fixes is looking pretty decent. Segsy over at Wildcard indicated that they have a big patch incoming for the holidays, and as they don't want to introduce any new issues, especially with it being the holidays, they've set up this PTR in the hope to catch any issues before it goes live. I think we're all familiar with how patches come out and introduce new bugs, so hopefully this is a big step forwards to stopping that from happening. And this is great, this is what we need more of. Now you can join the PTR server yourself if you want to get involved. I'll cover how you can do that towards the end of the video, but right now let's take a look at the long current list of bug fixes that are part of this PTR branch. Now I believe the way this works is that this list are issues from the live build that have been fixed in the PTR branch and therefore part of the test. However, the bugs being identified on the PTR branch are only for new bugs found on the PTR itself to identify any new issues presented by this big patch coming up so that they can fix those bugs before the patch goes live. So I'm not going to read through every single one listed here because there's quite a few. I'll leave them on the screen so you can read through them as I talk. Now you can also find these in the official ARK Discord. But some of the notable issues being fixed include some dinos being impossible to imprint, the Rhyniognatha having issues picking up certain structures, which I've seen a lot of people talk about, so hopefully that's finally resolved. The death cache will no longer hide when you are nearby, which is a great fix because I'm sure some of you have experienced times when you reach the spot and the marker disappears, leaving you wandering around trying to find your body. The Karkar now drops the Giga Heart as it's meant to, a fix for some dinos being unable to harvest small dinos, which is fantastic because this has been pretty annoying to the point where it doesn't even make sense. Because my Theris can't harvest dodos, but they can harvest compies. I mean, how does that work? And also boss teleportation will no longer teleport unconscious players or water tames. And of course the tech transmitter can be used for boss teleportation. And this is not an exhaustive list, there is more that is not shown here, but it's a great sample of what is to come later this month. Now these are all bug fixes, but whether the update will include some optimization of any kind, it's not quite clear. But I'm hoping they do more of these big patches with the PTR branch going into next year. So if you want to take part and join these servers to help test the updates, you can. But there's a few steps you need to do first because this is a beta branch of the game. And by taking part and reporting bugs, you will also have a chance at winning ARK plushies and codes that Wildcard will be giving away. So what you need to do is open your Steam library and right click on ARK Ascended, click Properties, then click on Betas. In the drop down select Public Test Realm. This will then download a new major version of the game. Once downloaded, you need to go to the server menu, select unofficial, and you should see just one server appear called ASA Public Test Realm Server. Note that you won't see any official or other unofficial servers because you are on a different major version of the game. If you wish to leave the Public Test Realm build at any point, You then need to follow these steps again and select none in the drop down, which will then re-download the current live version of the game. It's not clear when this big update will be coming, but it should be coming before the holidays start. Don't forget, we've also got Turkey trials starting on Friday. It's going to be a pretty good end of the month. That's all for today, survivors. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to keep up with all the latest ARK news.